10635 for Middle Callerton. Well, go on then. 11607 for Two Ball Lonnon. 19645 for Wickham View. And a very warm welcome back to this place, John Dobson Street. We haven't filmed here in quite a while now, and a lot's changed. E3 STX doing fuck knows. 10484 for North Kenton. And that's it, I think. Yeah, very warm welcome back to John Dobson Street, folks. I've not filmed here in a couple of weeks and quite a lot has changed. Numerous more vehicles are now in the new livery. We also now have our first couple of Yutongs at Slateyford Depot in service. The rest are still at Sunderland waiting for transfer up here. We haven't got the chargers sorted yet, so a lot of them are still running out of Sunderland where they do have the chargers sorted. And to New Era for Newcastle, our first electric buses with Stagecoach in the city. And they're also very close to finishing the HMRC building. As you can see, the path and the crossings are now pretty much finished. And yeah, all change really. So I thought it might be worth filming here again for the first time in a while. I'm only going to be here for a couple of minutes though, because I've got stuff to do. Next up, 6328 for Eldon Square. And we've got at least 5 Stagecoach buses, but I think the 12 might stop, so we might only get the first 4. One for Coach Lane, 11618. 10644 for Killingworth. 11717 for Coach Lane. 10,000 for Killingworth. 6327. 37301 for Walker. Another ambulance. This time it's the police. You might have briefly heard at the start of the video where the ambulance, now we've got the fucking police. What's going on? Right, a pair of 39s, one for Walker and one for Dumpling. Which is first? Neither. The X1 for Eldon Square, 6365. First up, 11298 for Dumpling Hall. Nope, we're letting the X1 through first. $11,289 doing nothing. Possibly late running and dead running elsewhere. B39 for Walker, 11300. $27,724 for Walker. $27,723 doing nothing. $26,278 for Fenham. More fucking emergency services. This time it went down Market Street. $26,280 for Killingworth. And following the rebuilding of the path here, we've decided to just give up with the cycle lane and it just abruptly ends, which is odd. 5805 for Wallsend. $11,289 back, now on the 37, so it's just spun round to join. Goodness knows why. We've got an E400 in the distance on the 12. And apart from that, it's gone quiet. Brand new Strata that I didn't know was on, which seems to be on the 35. Oh my god. WX75 OBP. Just doing the honours on the 35, yet doesn't have the number on the front. That is hilarious. I did not know that was on. Jesus. 73181 for Forden Park Road. And I don't think we're done. Nope, hasn't made it. 6324 for Eldon Square. 10646 for North Wallbottle. Right. Next up, the one for Coach Lane. 11779. It's not all either. 11283 for Wall's End. 19670 for Wall's End. I love when they do that. We've also got what looks to be one of the E-Throners on the X34. 19433 for 2 ball on him. 26080 for Fenham. 11281 for Chapel House. Pretty busy for the middle of the weekday too. Well, busy at the bottom, not on the top. And that's it for now. Oh no, we're going to bring the 301 and the X34. The latter is an E200, by the way, not an E300, which is a pretty cursed allocation in itself. That's because the MMCs are shite. 5477 for Whitley Bay. 37317 for Horsley Hill. Heaving, as you'd expect. Because it should be a decker allocation. It is a decker allocation, they're just not very good. 39 for Dumpling Hall, 11293. 63 for Middle Callerton, 11609. And a helicopter flying over. 26071 for Killingworth. 5807 for Brunton Park. 11294 for Walker. And 19430 is not going to make it. It looks as if it's already had a panel replaced. I think the right panels come from the Megabus livery on 432, which is pretty shoddy, but there you go. 27734 for 2 ball on him. Nothing to identify its fleet code on the front though. 19430 for Coach Lane. And the cursed one. Shit, sorry. Jesus. Right, and with that being said, thank you for joining us from John Dobson Street. A lot's changed. I'll keep coming back to the Newcastle locations. Thinking of doing Granger Street again, but I fell out of favour with that spot because of how busy it is. Maybe I could try somewhere else. If you've got any other suggestions, let me know. Maybe I could do Newgate. I could do Market Street. Let me know. Thanks for watching. See you sometime soon.